What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. So we got a new video, or not new video, but we're gonna try out a video that we've done before, but this time it's new because we're gonna have the Sonos 5 in the front. Last time I grouped them together, we had them on the side of the couch. I had my Era 300 like this, and I had my Sonos 5 beside me on each side of the couch. So we're gonna do it a little bit different, but we're gonna group them together. And there was one viewer asking me how that will sound, if it's gonna sound any good or bad. So let's just talk about how the speakers work when you group them together like this. So what will happen if you group in your speakers like this is whatever sound you get from the Sonos Arc and the Sonos Era 300, if that is your setup right now, and you want to group in, let's say you want to group in a pair of Era 300s. For me, it's going to be the Sonos 5s. Whatever sound I get from a Sonos from the Sonos Arc and the Sonos Era 300 will come out in full audio from the Sonos 5. So it will be like you're getting a full TV audio straight from the Sonos 5 when you group them into to the setup. Will that sound bad? For me, I think it sounds all right. It doesn't sound amazing. It doesn't sound bad. I think if you want to get more out of your setup, if you're just gonna have your Sonos 5 laying around like I do, I use them mostly for music, but if you want to use them, let's say you're gonna watch a really great movie, let's say you're gonna watch what movie we're gonna take as example, the latest Tom Cruise movie, I forgot the name, Top Gun. Let's say you want to watch Top Gun and it has some amazing scenes when they fly around and all that stuff. For that movie, I think something like this would sound pretty good actually. I think I grouped them in when I watched Top Gun. I grouped my Sonos 5s in. I think that made the sound come more alive, because I think my Sonos Era 300, like I told you in my past few videos or ever since I bought them, is the Arc somehow overpowers these speakers a little bit, or not a little bit too much, depending on what movie you're gonna watch. But when you group them in together like this, I think it kind of makes the whole setup come a little bit alive. I don't know how to express that feeling of when you group them in together, but pretty much that will be it. And I think it sounds amazing. Like I said in my other videos, I don't think it sounds bad, depending on the Wi-Fi you have, because if you have bad Wi-Fi, then, or bad internet connection, then there will be a little latency in the speakers you group in, and if you get a little bit of a latency, then there's just going to be a lot of echo in the setup, and that will definitely sound bad. But I don't have this issue when I group in my Sonos 5s into the setup that I have with the Sonos Arc and the Era 300s. So I think the sound is pretty good. Even when I had them on the side of me, I think they sounded great when you group them in with the Era 300s and the Sonos Arc. Like I said, especially with the Era 300s, I think if the Era 300s would have had the front drivers on, then I would never group my Sonos 5s in ever, because then these would definitely blast really hard. But I would say for 50% of the movies I watch, I group my Sonos 5s in. I place them by my side, or like I do or like I have them right now, which is in the front. But yeah, let's try it out. Let's turn the camera around and I will show you what I will connect them and disconnect them. By the way, when you're grouping your speakers together, I'm going to show you later on, you need to have the volume level at the same volume as you have the Sonos Arc and the Sonos Era 300. If there is different volume, then you're just going to have the echo sounding like I talked about earlier. Let's say you have the Sonos Arc and the Era 300s at level, let's say volume level 50, and you decide to have the group speakers in at level 45 or 55. it will be just the sound will be just messed up. You're gonna hear a lot of echoes going on. So you need to have them at the same volume level. Keep that in mind if you're gonna group those speakers together. You cannot have because in my Sonos app I have, let's say, the Arc and the Sonos Era 300 is in my living room, the group they are in, and the Sonos 5 is in the family room. You will see it later on when I'm showing in the app. So when I have my living room speakers at level 50, like I said, I cannot have the family room when I'm grouping them in together. The Sonos 5s cannot be at lower or higher. It will just echo the hell out of the system and it will ruin the whole movie scene that you're trying to watch. So, but I will show you when I disconnect and connect them, so you can see the difference in the sound during the movie that we're gonna do, during the movie test that we're gonna do. So we're gonna see when I have them connected how it sounds, and now when I have them disconnected how it sounds. So you can really feel the difference, and you will notice it. You will see it in the app when I disconnect them and connect them right back in. So let's just turn on the camera. Let's go. And that was the Sonos 5s grouped in with the Arc and the Era 300s. And as you can see, I switched it off and on in between the scenes, and you could right away notice when I have the 5s turned on and grouped in with the speakers with the Arc and Era 300s that the volume from the front gets louder. I would say it increases by 50%. You can definitely feel it, especially the bass in the 5s are amazing. So whatever they're pushing out from the 5s, all that audio, that full audio that you get from the 5s, you could really feel it, and you can really hear it. So it sounds great. The movie that I tried out is Prey from Disney Plus. I think this movie, pretty much every scene has so much going on in them. I would say that I'm waiting for the next gen of Sonos speakers to drop, so I can group more speakers in to try out more speakers and see at what level the sound just sounds bad when you group more and more speakers in. Because right now, I think with this setup that I have, I don't think it sounds bad at all. I think it sounds pretty good actually. So for the next Arc Gen 2, maybe they will drop it before 2024 ends. I don't know. We are still waiting for a confirmation for the Era 500s to drop as well. So hopefully we will see that in the next couple of years. And yeah, if you want to group in a pair of extra Era 300s that you have just laying around using for music, try that and see how good that is, and comment later on if you think that's a good combo as well, because I'm only using the Sonos 5s as extra group. I would love to hear if you have 4 pairs of Era 300s and how that sounds, because as I said, when you're using the Era 300s as TV speakers, then the whole speaker is turned on, the front drivers as well, and that sounds amazing. So I would love to hear from you guys if you ever have grouped in 4 pairs of Era 300s, 2 in the front and 2 surrounds in the back. Just comment about that and tell me what you feel about and what you think about that setup as well. Guys, I use real Dolby Atmos from Netflix, Disney Plus and other streaming services, so I really appreciate if you could subscribe to my channel and comment, like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.